Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kumar Chen. Today, I will explain you what is Python. If you don't know about what is programming or what is coding, why these people are talking about programming, coding, Python, Java, what are these? Why there are so many languages? So why we need all those languages? So I'll try to answer to all of those questions and one by one I will take a question and I will try to answer that question so that you will understand. This is a fundamental. So if you don't know what you are doing, then there is no point in doing that. So first, you guys should know what exactly you guys are doing and why you guys are doing and how to do that. So these are the three important things for everything, for anything. Then only so the things will be good. So let me start with a simple question that most of you will have. What is Python? The answer will be if you know the answer, you will say some answer. But if you don't know it, it's I don't know. So that's the only answer. So either you will know something or else you don't know anything. Now the for the people who don't know anything, so Python is a language. First understand so Python is a language. And what kind of language it is? So Python is an object oriented programming language. It's a programming language. So the simple answer is Python is an object oriented programming language. Python is a object oriented programming language. Now, why we need this? This is the answer. So Python is a object oriented programming language. Now, what is programming language? Why it is called as language? So before answering what is programming language, I will ask you this simple question. What is language? Okay. So what is language? Maybe some people might not know the answer, or else everyone will be knowing this answer. So if I go and ask uh, to your parents, go and ask to the people of elders, okay, in your home, go and ask your father or mother. So what is language in your own language? Like maybe now you guys might watching this video in English. There are a couple of languages. Like there is a language called Russian, Chinese, Dutch, Portuguese, English. So these are the couple of languages all over the world they speak. And in India, we have so many different languages: Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, English. I mean, sorry. So there are Marathi, Malayalam. There are a couple of languages. Now, this is the language. So we have many languages. And what do I mean by language? The simple answer is language is nothing but it's a medium to communicate. Okay, it's a medium to communicate with others. So okay, so you should know, right? Like if you don't know any language, and it will be very difficult. So if I also know English, you also know English, so that we can speak and we can share our things, we can share our ideas, we can speak. So we'll come up with a new solution. So that's why we have a couple of languages. So it's a medium. So it's a medium for communication. Okay, it's a medium for communication. Okay. Now, okay, there are so many languages out there. Then why we need this Python? So why can't we use English, or why can't we use some Hindi, Russian for doing coding? So what is coding? If you don't know, no worries, I'll explain. So first, why we need this programming language? The simple thing is, see, computer will understand only one thing, that is all zeros and ones. It will not understand any like this English or Russian or Chinese. It will not at all understand any programming language. I mean, so any generic language. So it will understand again. So it will not at all can understand anything. It will just only understand zeros and ones. This is the only thing you need to keep in mind. Now, oh, okay. So how this Python is different from English? See, it's a Python is an object-oriented programming language. What is programming language? Let me explain you. What is programming language? Okay. Now, if I ask you what is programming language, um, many of you guys don't know. So, programming language, it's nothing but this is a language which is used to communicate with the computer. And it's a programming language is nothing but it's a language to communicate with the machine. So, usually computer is a machine. Okay. So, this is a language which is used to communicate with the machine. So, used to communicate with machine. Okay. So, how this hello, Kumar. So you have already told computer only understands zeros and ones. Now, how this computer will understand this Python language? For that, guys, see, whenever let's take a scenario where you know English and the I don't know English. Okay, let's take an example. So at the time, what we'll do? So we will have a translator. Either we will not speak. There are only two possibilities. We will speak by having a translator, or else okay, you don't know English, so then how can I communicate? So do your mind your business. Okay, like that, you will neglect that person. So here also in programming language, in computer, so either we will have a translator. So the translator is nothing but compiler or interpreter. So there are two translators in this programming. So those translators are nothing but compiler and interpreter. Okay. So what is compiler? Okay, what is compiler? So why we need to have these two types of translators to translate the code? See, there are a couple of languages, the programming languages, where they use interpreter, and there are languages they use compiler. Why? It depends. Okay, based how that programming language was designed and implemented. Yeah, based on that, so they will have compiler and interpreter. So both will do the same thing. They will just translate the entire code, but here the compiler will what it will do, it will translate the entire code. It will translate entire program at once. Okay, so how this translation will happen? So I will tell. See, you'll write a program. Okay, you will write a Python program. Tomorrow I will write a Python program and I will show. Okay, so see, Python program. You will write a Python program, and this Python program will be converted into a machine understandable language. Okay, it will compiler will check for any errors. So there will be a syntax, it will check for any syntax errors. If there are no syntax errors, so the code will be compiled successfully. And then that code, usually it is called as a once after this conversion, it is called as bytecode, which means it can't be understandable humans, as well as it can't be understandable by machine. So that's a bytecode. Then so this compilation, once after this bytecode will be converted into machine code. Okay, so it will go undergo next interpretation process inside it, and then it will be executed. So this is how this compiler works. Now, what is interpreter? What is interpreter? See, interpreter will do a simple thing. So instead of translating the entire code at once and checking for the errors or any syntactical mistakes, this interpreter will check line by line. So you'll write some code, so it will check line by line, and if there are any errors, it will immediately raise the error. Okay, so their only error will be raised, and you can solve that error, and I can continue the coding. So this is how interpreter works. So it will check line by line. So it will check the code line by line. Okay. Now you understood translators, compiler, and interpreters. Is there any programming languages that uses compiler? So yes, there are multiple languages. There is a beautiful language called Java. So again, so this is another different language. So this uses compiler. Okay, again C. So C also uses compiler. And when it comes to interpreter, We are talking about a language that is Python. Python is a classic example. That is, Python uses interpreter, JavaScript, JS. So, okay, so it uses interpreter. So these are some of the examples. Don't worry. So you'll get to know about these things over the, like, whenever you do code after maybe learning this Python, you can explore Java, C, JS, everything. So these are some of the examples. Now, so these are some basic things you should know. Now I will cover about what is high level language and low level languages. So you got to know about what is language and what is programming language and what is compiler and what is interpreter. Now the another thing is there are two types of languages in this. That is, there are two types. So those two types are nothing but one is low level language. Okay, low level language or machine language. Okay, so second one we have high level language. So high level language, simple definition for these are, see, low level language are, it's a machine level. Okay, low level or machine level, I will write here. So machine level language. Okay, so what do you mean by this? Means, see, this can be only understandable by computer. You can't understand this machine code. It will be all zeros and ones. Okay, so that code will be all zeros and ones. So no other things. So you can't understand whatever it is. But the high level language is nothing but so it will be. It can be understandable by humans. Okay, you can easily understand these high level languages. So see here high level language, how it will be. Just I will write a Python syntax. Print hello world. Okay, so hello world. Okay, so this is a classic first code everybody will write. So see, you can understand print hello world, but the problems here is you can understand this high level language easily, but this high level language will be converted into a low level language. It will be converted into machine code either by Python will use interpreter, and other languages like Java and C they use compiler. So this is a whole process here. So the final thing that I want to say is, see, first you need to know what is language. So language is nothing but it's a medium to communicate. Okay, so between two parties. Now, why we need programming languages? We need programming languages to speak with computer. So again, so why we need to speak with computer? We need to do a lot of tasks. There are so many things that are happening. So whatever you do, so it should be happen. So then computer will execute all those things. For that, we need to have some programming languages. So these programming languages will help us to communicate with the computer. And then once after understanding this, what is programming language, so then we have gone through, so how these programming languages will be converted into zeros and ones. For that, we have some compiler and interpreters. These are the basically called as translators. So these are used, and these will translate the entire program. So compiler will translate the entire program at once, whereas interpreter will check line by line, and it will then do the execution. So then we have, there are two types of languages. One is low level or machine level language and high level language. So where it's machine level language can be only understandable by computer, but it can't be understandable by humans. Where high level language is opposite to that. You can understand. So humans can understand this high level language, but computer will not understand. So in order to understand that, again, it will undergo interpretation or compilation process. So this is a simple summary of this entire video. So if you understood the video, so if you have any doubts or if you have any questions, so you can like put it in comment box. Okay, so you just make a comment on it, and I will try to make a video, or I will try to make a short on that whatever the doubt that you are getting, or else I will try to answer in the comment section itself. So this whole point here is to teach you something, to share you something that I know. So, and I hope you got something from this video. And if you really like this video, so do like. If you didn't like, then again, obviously you can dislike also. Okay, guys. So If anybody are interested in learning Python, share this video to them, so to your friends or colleagues, so whoever wants to learn Python language. So share this video to them also. Okay, guys. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.